Hi there, thanks for coming back to the channel. My name is Mike Pitt. I make content about business, marketing and crypto so you can grow your businesses, increase your profits and increase your portfolios. Okay, the title for today's video is Should you invest in Polkadot? Keep watching and I'll give you my thoughts. Before we get into the main content of the video, I'm going to put my socials on screen now. If you are active on any of those platforms, feel free to follow me and send me messages, and obviously I will communicate with you there. It's also come to my attention, not everybody's subscribed. So if you get value out of this video or any of my other videos on the channel, please subscribe and turn on the notifications. I really appreciate it. It helps get my message to more people. Okay, Polkadot. I'll switch from this view to the screencast view, and then at the end I'll come back and wrap up as usual. I've opened the website CoinMarketCap as usual, just to show you the position of Polkadot, and there it is. Polkadot's in 12th position by market cap and is currently on the day of recording $16.90. I'm going to go through a few points that form the basis of my analysis for Polkadot, and then obviously you can listen to the points I make, evaluate those, and then make your decisions about whether it is something, a crypto asset that you feel you should invest in. And I'll give you a hint as to my perspective as well. So we should start with point number one, the history. Polkadot was initially created from the white paper, Polkadot paper, published in 2016 by Dr. Gavin Wood, and that's this guy. And his other co-founders were Robert Habermeyer and Peter Szeban. And I'll put here pictures of those two guys as well. Gavin Wood was the former CTO of Ethereum and creator of its Solidity programming language. In 2017, he co-founded Web3 Foundation for the purpose of research and development of decentralized web technologies, including Polkadot. He and his former head of security, Jutta Steiner, also co-founded Parity Technologies. Polkadot was launched in 2020, initially as a proof of authority network consensus, and then in June 2020 transitioned into a proof of stake. Proof of stake obviously being a different protocol. We're going to talk about protocols later in this video. Okay, so that's when it was created, but more importantly, what is Polkadot? So number 2.2, what is Polkadot? Polkadot is the next generation blockchain and layer 0 protocol. What does layer 0 protocol mean? Layer 0 means that it has the ability for other blockchain protocols to run on top of it. So it unites multiple specialized blockchains into a single unified scalable network. All of that sounds very jargonistic. I apologize for that. What I could say in simple terms is Polkadot is the blockchain of blockchains. There are lots of different blockchains. So there's blockchain for Bitcoin, blockchain for Ethereum, blockchain for Solana, and what Polkadot allows you to do is all of these blockchains to coexist and communicate with each other, and that's something that is very well needed. So it has a very strong use case. Everybody who has any experience of crypto realizes there are lots of different blockchains, so there needs to be a mechanism, a methodology, a route for all of these different blockchains to speak to each other, to communicate with each other. And that's what Polkadot provides. And that's why I'm making the video really. It's a very, very strong use case. It's also designed to allow individuals to take back ownership of their digital information from third parties by enabling a web where our data is safely secured from centralization. Okay, so how does this combination or communication between blockchains work? And that's really my next area, and I just want to talk about that, and I'm going to have to use some technical words again. So when you're doing your own due diligence and research, these are the words for you to think about. So how does blockchain work? There are 4 key components. The first of those is called the relay chain. The relay chain is a central chain of Polkadot, which that's responsible for the network's shared security, consensus, cross-chain interoperability. Operability is essentially what I said in terms of different blockchains being able to communicate with each other and transfer data. So the relay chain is essential for that. The next component of Polkadot is parachains. Parachains are independent layer 1 blockchains that run in parallel to each other, connected to the relay chain. If I can find relevant diagrams for this, I will insert them into the video now. So there's relay chain, parachains, parathreads. Parathreads are parachains that connect to Polkadot using a pay-as-you-go model. They provide a lower barrier to entry for blockchains that may not need sort of continuous connection to the network. So in doing so, Polkadot provides a platform for decentralized applications, institutions and services, particularly DeFi. And if you haven't seen my video on DeFi, please click on that and watch that. The link will be in the description. Finally, the fourth element, I have to go through this technical section, is called bridges. Bridges are a special type of parachain that allow chains and apps on Polkadot to communicate with external networks. And those external networks can include Ethereum and Bitcoin. Okay, I hinted at this earlier. Point 4, the blockchain protocol is in June 2020, it became transitioned into a nominated proof of stake. Polkadot designed with the role of validators and nominators to maximize blockchain security. Point 5, scalability. You can imagine there's a relay chain with all these parachains. This gives Polkadot immense potential for running lots and lots of transactions. Technically, this is referred to as a sharded multi-chain network, and it can process many more transactions than other single blockchains. And it has the potential to process 1 million transactions per second. It's not achieving that at the moment, but it has the potential to 1 million transactions per second. And if you've seen my Solana video, if you haven't, there's a link in the description. You remember I discussed the rate of transactions per second that Solana could achieve, and that was 50,000. So with Polkadot, it could be potentially 1 million per second. So that gives it a lot of scalability. And also, as you might expect, that capacity gives it a lot more speed. The speed of transactions is quick because of the capacity, and that also has a knock-on effect, a positive knock-on effect in terms of cost. There's a high traffic capabilities, high throughput applications with large number of users, and that means that the cost is relatively low on Polkadot for transactions. Next point is point 7. That's coin volume. So the relevant coins for Polkadot are dot coins, and they can be staked. It's proof of stake protocol. They can be staked for the operation and security of the network. They can be bonded to connect a chain to Polkadot as a parachain, and they can give holders a voice in the governance. So if you hold a particular amount of coins, you get input and a say into how Polkadot is run. Those are all positive aspects. The one aspect that I'm not so positive about for Polkadot is the volume of coins, because if the volume of any coin for any crypto asset is too high, then it's unlikely that it's going to rise in value to a great extent. We know that we've seen this with what's happened with Bitcoin being the most valuable crypto asset by market cap, and there's a very limited supply. As we all know, 21 million. Polkadot has, in current circulation, there's 987 million coins, so approaching 1 billion coins already in circulation, and that is not referred to as a final total. So there may be more coins that emerge, and with that volume, it's unlikely that Polkadot is going to reach the heights of some of the other coins, those coins that form the basis of the top 10 on CoinMarketCap. So that is something to consider, that there's a lot of coins out there, total volume undisclosed. Currently the price is 1703, and all-time high was achieved in August 2021 when it was $53.25. So we're some way down from that, and it's number 12 on CoinMarketCap, as I mentioned in the video. So those are my points of analysis. It's good that we've got visibility in terms of who created Polkadot. It's got a very strong use case, as I mentioned. It's got fairly unique aspects to it in terms of the components that make up the blockchain of blockchains. So I'm just going to wrap up now and go back to the webcam view. Okay, what do you think of the points I made in the video, in the screencast video? Do you agree with them? How do you feel about Polkadot? Obviously, I'm not wedded to any particular outcome. This is a video made for educational purposes, as I mentioned, but it's worth evaluating all of these different crypto assets and then making your decision or forming an opinion. And that's what I did with the screencast video. If you've got any value out of this video, and hopefully you have, please give me a like. Click on one or two thumbnails to watch another video, and I look forward to speaking to you next time. I'm happy to read your comments in the comment section below. Thanks. Bye bye.